So I have chipboard that I've gotten from Amazon, and it's a 12 by 12. I don't see, it's a medium weight. It's thick. It's good for book making. I've made books before, so I don't have a template. I just go by what works for me. Next, I have. Let me get my other piece of paper here. It's a thin card. Put it up for you guys to see. It's not heavy thin, but it's like a heavyweight. I don't know what to call it. It is also 12 by 12. I use this to make my binding strips. I also have, some people use Tyvek. I have this cloth. It is used mostly, you're gonna laugh. It's when I was a esthetician, this is what we would use to do the strips. That, you know, lay down the wax, then this goes over it, and then that's what that's for. I've had this left over, so I use this in a lot of my craft projects. I also have what we would call scrapbook double-sided tape. This is a wide version. This makes it easier overall, and I'm gonna turn you around so that you can see what I'm doing, because I've got to do a lot of prep work for this. Here we go. So as you can see, I've already started layering the double-sided tape on. What's going on over there? Somebody's crying and I don't know why. They're whining today. Usually it's because she can't get on the couch. Let me go get her on the couch. Hang on. Where are you? Oh, I see. Come here. All right. She wanted to be on the chair that's right in front of me. Okay, so let's go and put this down. So I have some of the scrapbook or the double-sided tape pulled out, and I'm lining it up. Here, get over there. Lining it up on the line so that it's semi-straight. I'm just gonna bring it down one more. And then I take my 12 by 12 piece of, it's not cardstock, it's, I don't know what it's called. It's thicker than regular paper, and it's like a paper bag color, which I love, which I miss paper bags. I have to tell you, I really do miss paper bags. Oh, and I also have a X-Acto knife. I have several of them. And it's not a bone folder in the real sense of the world, but it is what we call a bone folder. We use it for making cards. I'm just going to make sure everything fits nicely. This turned out well. I only have a little space there, that's okay. And I put in a new blade in my older version of my Stampin' Up! Cutting, because we are actually using my newer version. I have an old blade in it. I'm waiting for some new blades to come in. And I use that for the cards, the chipboard. Come on. We're just gonna clean out. See, it's been a while. I should have cleaned this up before we started. There we go. So this is the strips that are going to hold everything together. So I'm making 1-inch strips probably should do the other one with this because I would want this for my paper. I just had that thought. And the paper I'm using is actually the free paper you get with the celebration. So we're right in the middle of celebration right now. It started on August 3rd. If you'd like a if you would like a brochure, let me know. Here are all the things. See, it's for free. And here's the paper. Isn't it cute? So I'm doing this because I figure. So how do you get this? All right, just realized what I should be saying to you. For every $50 you spend, you get to pick something. And in this case, let me show you. For $50, I bought $50 of product, and then I got this for free. And depending upon if you sell or if you buy, let's see, I think this one, yeah, this one's $50. You can get a stamp set. I think, yep, at $50 you can get the die set. So let's say you like the dies and you like the stamp set and you want them both, it would be $100. So let's say you bought, you might want to buy the cardstock, some dimensionals, a block. They use watercolor pencils. Right there, you probably have gotten enough, and then you get these two for free, and you make everything on here. You see? So that's how that works. And we have a new, is this it? Yep, we have a new mini catalog to choose from. So there's lots of stuff you can choose from. You can choose from this. You can choose from the older book. Where's our other book? I think my book is, it's right here. I got it. So from any of these two catalogs, anything you buy that comes up to $100, $50, whatever, you get, for $100 you get two, or sometimes there's $100, yeah. So this one, because of the kind of stamp set it is, this one would be $100 if you bought $100 worth of product. And so looking at the, sometimes people need cardstock, they need ink refills, or they want to get their Christmas stuff done. This would be a good time. Also, we also have the demonstrator special, which is the $99. Let me bring it back here and show you that. So if you join, the starter kit is $99, but you get $125 in product. And Celebration they'll throw in a free bundle of your choice. So that's pretty cool. So if you'd like to do that, and this is, let's see what the bundle options are. Here we are. Here's the bundle options. Frosted gingerbread, which is on page 65. Christmas season, peaceful deer. Penguin place, peaceful cabin, Arctic bears. Lots of stuff that if you're interested in getting your Christmas stuff done, good startups for that. So there's that. And please, if you'd like to learn more, just go to my website. Let's see, is that it? Yep, if you go to creativemix.stampinup.net, it'll take you in and you can just go, it has the join button, it has a way of contacting me, and I'd love to have you join if you're interested. Obviously, you don't have to do anything except create and be happy, which is what I do. And I just like to share what I know, so that's that. Okay, so moving on, right? So that's what I'm using today. Let me get this. I wish it could be brighter. That's the one thing I'm having trouble with, is getting it to be bright for you guys. Because it's really bright here, but I can't seem to get it brighter there. So there's that one, and that's the paper I'm going to use, because I'm figuring I'm going to take my Christmas pictures and put them in there. All right, we were making strips. This is the easiest thing to do, I find, is to just get the strips ready. Yeah, this is better. This you can tell when your blade needs to be changed, because you start getting furry edges. And you see here, see this? This has the little empty space right there. I don't worry about that, because I can just pop that off. Now, most people might use glue to do this, and sometimes I'll show you, there'll be moments where I'll add glue on top of the double-sided tape, because that makes it safer for me to maneuver, as well as just gives it some wiggle room. The tape is really strong. This is a wide tape. It's about 4 inches. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 inches wide. And we don't carry that wide double-sided tape. I wish we did, because that would be awesome, but we don't, because a lot of people don't do this. I am the only nutcase that does this kind of thing. All right, so I have my binding strips ready. I'm going to I have some older cardstock, or rather leftover cardstock, and I just want to look and see. Here's the thing with chipboard. Oh, excuse me. Here's the thing with chipboard. You can see, hopefully, I don't know. This is like, a 1/4 of an inch. This is 1/8 of an inch. Oh, where is it? My hand in there to get it to focus. It's not focusing for you. I wish it was. Oh, and I'm not even in a good spot for you. But you kind of can see the differences. So you've got to be careful with that. This is one that is good for doing things like, I made a tray table. A tray table. Oh my God, that sounds so creative, doesn't it? Storage. I make storage out of these. And sometimes it's like, I got this from, God, I don't even remember where I got that from. I made a 3-dimensional Santa house for my niece and nephew, and that's where that's from. So let's see. I don't know if that's gonna work. So I'm just gonna go with I didn't find anything I wanted out of that. So I'm gonna take 2 pieces of chipboard here. Okay. And I have to oh, excuse me. I need my coffee. Let me see if I can fix this. Can I fix it here? No. I think I can fix it this way. So we don't need to see my big honking face there. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of this so we have some more room. There we go. All right. So I want to determine how big of a book do I want. That's the first thing. And basically 5 by 7 tends to be So 5 inches wide by 7 inches long. Seems to be a nice amount. You guys have, let me see, let me turn this a little bit because I think I'm looking off into the distance. There you go. Okay, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna make it a 5 by 7. That should be plenty big. So taking my older blade, and like I said, I have to get new blades. They're coming in. I'm just going to cut my chipboard down, and this is how I do it. Line it up nice up here, hold it down, go up and down a couple of times. You are not going to go right through this chipboard, I'm telling you. But the thing you need to pay attention to is if you want to make sure that you cut it accurately from both sides, that you know exactly where you had it lined up. Doesn't always work, but I try my best. Aha! And thankfully it did work out. Okay, so we have a 5, and then we have to do 7. So this way, 5 by 7. 5 by 7 is a nice size. I'll show you in a second. And I'll make sure I know exactly where I'm at. And when I say that, what I'm doing is I'm looking at the end of the chipboard and where the measurement for 7 is. And I can see the line there. So let's pretend that this is the line, okay? And my chipboard comes right to the edge of the line. It's not going over it. It's not right on top of it. It's right next to it. And that's how I know, for the most part, where I want it to go when I turn it over. Doesn't mean that it doesn't make mistakes. I always make mistakes. If I get lucky, I get it right. So that's a nice size of a keepsake album, right? So I just have to do that again, and then we make the spine. Let's see, do we have enough here to do 5? Yep, what about 7? Ooh, I could do 7 that way. Almost. Oh, that might work. All right, so we put 5 there. And I always go 1 or 2 times across, even though it's not going to go all the way through. I've done a lot, nothing that would impress anybody. I could bring them out. Now see, I went across. Ooh, got it. But do have a little lip right here, which means I didn't quite get it together. There's this little teeny tiny lip. Let's see if I can show you. Right across. There's this little lip. It's not going to do anything. I can cover that. I'm not going to worry about it. Good job. And there's just a tiniest edging. I mean, it's not even a 16th. But let's try. Let's try to get it. Just because I want to show you what disaster I can make. So it's just about a 16th, not even. And see how it eats up the edge there? That should be enough. I'm gonna turn it over and do the other side. It's gonna be just wicked. I tell you, it's going to be wicked. So like that. There it is. It's really hard to do the edge like that, but we're going to be covering it so it's not too bad, and it's not going to be in, see, now it's back, it's normal. All right, so that's the edges, and now I need a 7-inch, which weighs 7, here we go, 7. Let me see if I can do it this way. Just take it right off the edge there, right off the top. I lined it up. I know, I chatterbox so much. There we go. I chatterbox a lot when there's nobody in the house. Because I don't like people listening into my filming. It just makes me crazy. I don't know. All right, so we got that done. We got a nice 7-inch this way. Yep, 7-inch this way. So now, what do I want for my spine? And generally, I do 1 inch. So 1 inch, show you. 1 inch will make this, let's see, there's the 3, there's the 2, roughly that big. But I think today I want to make it 4 inches, 4 inches, 2 inches wide. It's gonna make it a little bigger, but that's okay. I want to test this out. So I'm gonna make it 2 inches wide. Put it right against that. I know you probably all are thinking, why are you getting everything ready for Christmas now? Well, trust me. Nobody's gonna have time to do this. Everybody else does Christmas in July. I feel like we should be doing Christmas in August, and Halloween should be in July. All right, so here's our book. That's extra. Let's put this over here. That's pretty much it. Like that, like that. Now the standard for putting together any books is at least the thickness of the chipboard, okay? So you should have at least the thickness of the chipboard. I'm going to turn this around this way. I think it's easier to see that way. So when you put it together, that you want at least that much. And in this case, it looks like a 1/4 of an inch, roughly. A 1/4 of an inch will do it. So one of the things I learned from the Genevieve is she puts her paper on before she brings it all together. Kind of like that idea. And there's just one other thing I have to do to prep, and that would be, okay, we want this, since I've already made up my mind on how much this is going to be. Want this to come to here. Where's my scissors? What did I do with my scissors? Guys, help me. Oh, there they are. Okay. So I'm going to make sure that I have enough. Now this is a material-like cloth. Is that going to be enough? Nope. Goes into the Save It pie bowl. And this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to take some double-sided tape, and I'm prepping my binding here, okay? So I'm taking the material strip, and when you can do any kind of material, like just some sort of canvas, it's fine. It doesn't always have to be what your, what I'm doing. I say that because sometimes you don't have the same things, or you can't get it, like Tyvek. Well, You could go and get it, or order it, but I have this right here, so why not? Use what you have. It's going to do the same thing. The point is, you don't want it to, put this over here. You don't want it to rip or snap, right? So the best thing to do is to just have something that won't rip. Try ripping a piece of material. It's not going to happen. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is put this on this. I'm going to keep some edging, right? I have to think this through. All right, we're going to leave that there. Put that over there. And we're going to prep the book. So first thing, do I want to prep the book or prep the paper? That's the problem. So if I prep the book, I have to lay the paper on, make sure I get it on exactly right. If I have a problem, it might not work. All right, so I'm going to choose my paper for my covering. And hopefully, let's see what we have. And the beauty of this paper is that it's double-sided. Look at this. Oh my God. You could use either side. Oh, that is pretty. Love that. It's pretty too. I'm not sure what I want to do. This one is speaking to me right here. I love that. What I might do, let's see, I might do I have enough in one? Because I'd like to do cutouts and just, oh, we might make it. We might make it. I want to have a nice edging on it. It could work. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the plain front and then decorate it. So I have to put double-sided tape on the back. That's the thing you have to watch out for. One more. It's not happening. The okay. I get so distracted. Oh my God, it's horrible. All right, so we're laying this out, and it's a 12 by 12 piece of paper. I'm taking the back and putting it onto the tape. I'm going to try to measure up corner, so corner to corner. I'm going to be okay if I have just a little too much on the outside. I can always cut that off. Now, if you want to be very, very careful, a metal ruler just to keep a steady arm. Okay, and I can trim that off. This is just like the other paper we did. Now the hard part with this double-sided tape is when you take off these little bits. The tape is so sticky, you could end up getting fingers all gooey. All right, bone folder, just for the sake of doing it, okay? Now when I do the second one, I do it like this, so I can see it. And then I just line it up. Lay it down. For me, that's what works. going to cut this off. Okay, doesn't take much. Here we go. And then, final one, do it just like we did the other one. Like so. Try to line up the corner as best you can. Corner, and then across the bottom, and then we put it together. And then I'll turn it over and show you how I did. Am I in frame? Sorry, you guys. There we go. I'm just going to take off the edge. I would rather have it crooked than lumpy. I've had a couple of times where I tried to fix it and it makes lumps and bumps and you have to kind of squish them out. It's okay, it works. All right, so here's my ish. Trying to take it off and it doesn't come off. It's really good tape, let me just say. It's really like extra sticky. Come on, get off me. Leave me be. All right. Turn it over and just make sure everything. See, I just did it. That's what I'm talking about. Not careful. But it works. It still works. All right. So now I don't have to worry. I've done this where I've, where's my stuff? I don't have my books here. I have a couple of books I've made. I have them up someplace. Okay. So I want this to be, I want to have a little bit of an edging on the other side. So we need about an inch up there, an inch here. So it's roughly, I'm going to call it 9 inches. And then from the corner to here is 6 inches. So 9 by 6. Let's do that. Now, because I have the double-sided tape, she just hears me. Hey, stop. Because I have the double-sided tape on this, I'm going to use my older blade. So 9 inches. I wonder, will it? Let me think this through. You know what? I'm just gonna come down to 6 inches here because I have it on my. So I'll come down to here and stop at 6. Okay. So just want to make sure I have enough paper, and then go here and do it this way. There we go. I just was a little frightened I wasn't going to have enough. I'm just a little paranoid about that. Done that so many times where I've had problems. All right, so we've got our 6. What I need to do is do my 9 this way. 9, please. 9. I'll do it like this. 9, so this is 12. Oh my gosh, I hate math. 9, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I got to take 3 inches off this. Right? Oh my gosh, why am I having so many problems? I'm just going to do it. I should have just cut that off, but I don't want to. Oh yeah. I'm going to save that long piece. Now, let's try it. 9 inches by 6 inches. Just straightened it out. All right. I know, you probably all have it figured out already. I am just weird like that. Okay. Do this. I take off the backing. There. One of the things I learned from Genevieve was to save your backing for things like this. Because I have them sitting on the side here. That, and then go like that. And then when they come in handy, they really do, so save them. All right, here's our first little. Now this is where if you're a little nervous about doing it, where's my glue? Oh my gosh. Let me find my glue first. Like I said, I cleaned everything off and I put stuff in places I don't normally keep them because I was cleaning up. I hate cleaning up. Ugh. Where did I put them? It's a huge one. So how could it have been? Oh my gosh. Craziness. Seriously. I cannot believe I can't find it. It's a huge bottle of glue. And I am at loss. Oh, it's right in front of me. Oh, gosh. It's so horrible. So, I'm taking some glue and I'm going to just spread it. I'm not going to worry about how much is on, just enough to keep it from sticking right away. That's all. It may or may not work. But see, even just touching it a little bit, I can't believe this glue is right here. Ugh. Okay. And we're going to put, looking at an inch there, and pretty much it's going to go right there. Perfect. Ta-da! Perfect. Now, one of the parts that we have to do, and I want a different, I don't want to get this all gluey. I'm taking out an older version of my, I'm too far away from you guys. So giving myself about 1/8 of an inch away from the tip. There we go. So there's this little bitty tip. You bring this side over. Just a tad, not a lot, just a tad. Take the corners off and bring it up and show you. It's just barely past it. This one's a little bit more. This one might be a problem. This one's perfect. So this is how we do this. I'm going to go from the long side first. just gonna come up like this because I want a nice edge here, okay? And we just rub it across until it like takes the paper and sort of conforms it. There we go. Nice. Okay, I'm going to show you the edges. So see this edge here? I just want to pop that in there. I'm going to do the same on this side. This one's a little longer. And I'm just going to go over just a tad. Like that. There we go. So I still have an Approaching Perfection stamp set that I'm trying to give away. It's an extra one that I bought. All I really would like is if you would be kind enough to just share the video and tell me you shared it. You have to tell me you shared it. That's the only way I know. Because if we're not, there's this ish about getting information about who shared what. It might say, I might get something that says somebody shared it, but I don't always know who that somebody is. And so I can't determine. So if you just tell me you shared it, yeah, you could be the one person that does it. It's not like I have a huge audience. And then you get this. I mail it to you as long as you're within the United States. I don't think there's a problem. Outside the U.S., I don't know that I can do that. That can be pretty tricky. But here I can. Okay, so there's that one. Look at how pretty that is. Yes, there's a little edge that's off, but I'm not bothered because that's going to be covered with the binding. Okay? Put that over here. We get the next one. And we do this again. I really need to go refill my coffee, but I want to get this part done for you. And then I probably will try to continue the live tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Monday. I should be able to keep it going. That way you'll have the next part available after this. So if you're not watching it now, you might watch it. I could feel that I'm not getting separation of the backing, so that's why I keep moving this. I want to be able to get keep it in line so that you can work on it. This way, here we go. If you don't have this, you're not ready, you could probably get prepared and start doing it. And then we can work on this together when you're ready. Because what's lovely is that Facebook keeps it up and it works. So I'm just going to put a little mush. And here's my thought. So I know this edge is going to be the one. I don't have to go beyond that because that is the fold over. So I'm just pushing this here. And see, it's stuck to me. Get off me. There we go. So, in other times, what I would do is I would take a piece of chipboard and just rub the glue across, but I don't have to do that. It seems to be working. All right, and so I have an inch here and an inch here I know is my fold over. So that's where I'm lining everything up at. There you go. take my metal ruler and I'm just going a little over, not very far, just a little bit, and cutting off the corner. Remember, I want to have that so that it covers my edge, but I don't want it to stick out. So if I cut too much off, if I cut too much off the side, I can always poke it. This is perfect. Two of them are perfect. I fold it up on its side because it's chipboard and has an edge on it. And I want that to work the paper around so it has a nice edging. And then I fold it over, okay, on all sides. This is perfect. Just covers it. So I'm just pushing in the side on the corner, not by much, just a little bit. Come up on the edge, burnish, and fold over. Same on this side, come up on the edge, burnish it, and then fold over. Okay, let me show you what we got. So everything's prepped. Now let's look at the other side. Look at how beautiful. Yes, there's an edging, but I told you there's going to be binding back here, so it's not a big deal. So we're going to do this. And let's get the binding prepped. Here's my cardstock. Here it is. Or my chipboard. Oh my God, I'm so confused. Okay, so I'm going to prep my chipboard here. This is the one with the... This doesn't look like the one I just did. Hang on. I don't think so. Here it is. So first, take this off. Excuse me. I'm going to look to see. I think I want a different paper for my binding. And I'm liking this one right here. Let me make sure. Yeah, the other guys are too big. This is nice for the binding. So, look at, isn't that beautiful? Oh my God, the contrast is so, oh, now I'm confused. Oh my gosh, I'm confused. Look at the contrast on that. Oh, that's gorgeous. I love it. Do I want to do that or what? I don't know. I don't know. Yes, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put this here on the side. No, don't. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Can I? I'm pulling the material off and the tape is staying. So I'm gonna go with that because I want this just to be straight. All right, that may have worked. There we go. All right. That way, and I'm gonna go this way. Yes, I have my ruler upside down. There we go. That's it. Okay. beautiful. All right. Now I have to put double-sided tape on this side. I'm just going to use this. There we go. So, and straight down this way. Did I make it big enough? Oh, it's really short. All right, well, I want you to see how it's done. So I have a nice, I'm gonna have to make it bigger next time. Go here, like so. See if I can't fold it over. Yeah, I should have made it a little bit bigger. Oh well, it is what it is. So the next one, I'll just fold it over it. Edges here. So let's look at that. Look at, it's beautiful. I love it. It looks awesome. Okay. Using my nail to just burnish it down. I should have made it at least a ½ inch. I didn't want so much bulk on that, but my bad. So at least a ½ inch on either side would have been nice. Okay, so the next thing I have to do is place a secondary binding here on this side. You know what? I'm gonna do it so it can fold over. That's what I'm gonna do. So make sure I have about 1 inch on this side. Sorry. This new setup is so that I had more space to show you stuff, and then I still stay there. All right, there we go. Okay, and this is the outside. And the outside, we're gonna do these guys. Okay. Alrighty. So they have to go like this. Lay this down here. Oops, you know what? I'm gonna do it this way. just so sad. Why are we getting so crazy with each other? Everybody's got opinions. I know that. And not everything is black and white. Okay, that's fine too. But boy, when you see things, it's like we're just asking you to wear a freaking mask when you go out. Take it off once you're in the air. Damn, people are wackadoodle. Yeah, you might not agree with me, and that's fine. You have that right. But how could you deny? And yes, I do know somebody who had gotten COVID. So, blah. Blue. And they died. So, how much fun is that? But you have your rights. Okay, I may have to use some glue with this too. Okay, let's just do that much. All right. So I don't have a lot of followers to begin with, so if you stop following me because of my opinion, I really don't care. It's not like you make or break me, for goodness sakes. But I'm tired of keeping my mouth shut, because I have a platform and I'm gonna say something about it. I just feel like, how could you deny? Now we have kids that are going into the hospital, and that's ridiculously sad. Ridiculously sad. Okay, so this is the inside, that's the outside. Let's get my two things going here. Get this up. Sorry, I digressed. I was just thinking about some people and it made me sad and angry. Okay. So with the raw edge, we're going to line it up. And remember, we need at least 1/4 of an inch between so we can fold over nicely. Both sides. Right like that. Right like that. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to fold this part over. Right. And bring this up. That part over. Burnish. And make sure we get this burnished. And then you want to go into the grooves here. Now I'm not worried about the stickiness that's going on in there, because that's not gonna, we have to put something else in here. So we're just gonna burnish, burnish, burnish. There we go. This over, get the other side. Let's do this side. So this is the thing, the reason why I didn't put the design in a certain way is, at least this way I know I just have to make sure that when I set it up, it's like this, because that's where the design is. There it is. Really want to burnish this down. Nice. And it's nice and strong because of all of the what am I calling this stuff? The material that I put in there, it's nice and strong. It makes it really strong. Pages. We're going to make a few pages, and hopefully you'll be with me then. I enjoyed being here. I'm sorry I'm a little over, but you can fast forward. I think think you can fast forward. Anyway, so I enjoy having you here. Please be safe out there. I really hope you're all doing well. If you don't have your vaccine, just kind of stay away from other people. Be safe and good luck to you. I'll see you again. Bye.